Hello, and welcome to the Gifts podcast, where I help you unlock the keys to a vibrant, fulfilling life. I'm your host, Elaine Lombardi, and the author of the book Gifts Empower Your Journey with 5 Keys of Transformation. I'm thrilled to introduce a very special guest today who embodies the key of intuitive intention through her authentic expression and creative insight. She brings these qualities to life in everything she does, from acting on stage and screen to creating meaningful stories for children. So, the guest today is Megan Claire Murphy, a professional actress and creator who brings an intuitive and joyful approach to her art. Welcome, Megan, to the Gifts podcast. It's my pleasure to have you on the show today.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
What are, would you say, the top 3 things that you'd like to share with our audience personally about you and the things that you do and the things that you want to share with the world?
Wow, that's a good question. I guess things about me. I love to sing. I love to perform. I'm a professional actress currently living in Alabama, and I've been pursuing acting for about 20 years now. But besides acting, I love to read. My favorite author is J.R.R. Tolkien, and I like science fiction and fantasy as a genre in general. I love kids. I have a lot of experience working with kids as a summer camp counselor. Last year, I created my own show for kids, and I decided to call it the Aunt Nae Nae Show. And it was inspired by my 7-year-old nephew who calls me Aunt Nae Nae in real life because when he was a baby, he couldn't say Megan. And so somebody was like, "Who's that?" And he said, "Nae Nae." And so he's called me Aunt Nae Nae ever since. And he's 7 years old now. A couple years ago, I was talking to my nephew on FaceTime and I just went, "It's the Aunt Nae Nae Show. Hey!" And I started like saying funny things and doing silly things and making up stories and stuff. And he loved it. And so the next time we talked, the week after that, he was like, "Aunt Nae Nae, do the Aunt Nae Nae Show game again." We did the Aunt Nae Nae Show game for like several weeks on FaceTime, just entertaining my nephew. And then one day I thought, hey, I could actually turn this into a real show. And I know all these silly songs that I used to sing at Girl Scout camp back when I was a Girl Scout camp counselor. And so I decided, why don't I just sing one of my camp songs and make a video of it and put it on YouTube and see what happens? And so I did. And it did okay at first. It got a modest amount of views at first, but I was just having fun with it. I was just doing it just for fun. So I made some more videos and I thought, well, this is fun. I guess I'll keep on doing it. I told myself that even if nobody else ever watches it, I'll keep making the show just for my nephew. And so that's what kept me going in the beginning. My 20th video that I made got over 54,000 views on YouTube.
Wow.
I still don't know what happened.
Let's take a look at your channel. Do you mind if I pull it up?
Sure, I don't mind.
Okay. So let's take a look at, here's your channel. I love the rollers in your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
There's one that you just put this one up, didn't you?
That was just from today, yeah.
It's the Aunt Nae Nae Show. Hey!
Hey kids, it's Aunt Nae Nae here, and today I'm going to read you another book that I wrote. This one is about going to the fair.
Hello, it's Aunt Nae Nae, and we are at the Butterfly Center. So many butterflies. Over 1,000 butterflies flutter freely here in one of the largest tropical butterfly conservatories in America. This is my outfit of the day. Hey, hey, outfit of the day. Woo, outfit of the day. Hope you like it. Yay, bye.
What do skeletons order at restaurants? Spare ribs.
Like anyone would be, I am flattered by your...
Now I've got a song for you today. Good morning, everybody. Are your hands and faces clean as mine?
We are back. So I think acting often involves a deep connection to one's intuition. How has your intuition played a role in shaping your approach to the characters and the storytelling that you do?
Well, there are a lot of different schools of thought or methods of the art of acting. You've heard of the
Hmm.
Stanislavski method, probably.
No, I don't. Why don't you enlighten me and the rest of our viewers?
Okay, the Stanislavski method is like his main thing was called the theory of the magic if. Like when you get a script of a play or a
Hmm.
movie or whatever, and you get assigned to play this certain character, you
Hmm.
imagine, what would I do if I was this character in real life? And if these things in the play were really happening to me, how would I react? And it asks you to go off of your instincts when you make choices for how you're going to say the line or what you're going to do for the scene,
Hmm.
what emotions you're going to experience. And I
Mm.
think that's what I go off of. That's the
Hmm.
method that I go by most of the time when I act. Most of the time, I don't go by any method. I just do what feels right. So I use instinct and intuition to give life to the character and to make it genuine and authentic when
Hmm.
I'm acting, because I just imagine what I would do. For example, when I played Maria in The Sound of Music several years ago,
Hmm.
that was fun. That was a fun play to do. But
Yeah.
I just imagined, what if these things in the play that are happening to Maria were happening to me? Like, what if I was born in another life and I was born as Maria? What would I do? And that's how I thought about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, let me ask you this. What advice would you give others for balancing those different roles or identities that you play?
Um, I would say, if you're playing a really emotionally intense role, like a really that has like a lot of negative emotions in it,
Mhm.
just use your imagination. Like, don't try to draw from scenarios that have happened in your life, because then that can bring up trauma. But use your imagination and put the character outside of your your own life. Does that make sense?
Sure does, yeah. So, in your children's books, and have you published any yet at all, or
Um,
you're working on it?
I have not gotten them published yet. I just wrote
Mhm.
like 7 or 8 books. I plan to attempt to get them self published by this time next year.
I've self-published several books. One of them is a children's book, and my advice to you is I know a lot of people will just self publish through Amazon, which is fine. I love going with a bigger distribution channel, which is Ingram Spark. So
Yeah.
you might want to check that out and see if that might suit you for that. And I know that A lot of the local bookstores and the libraries especially will order their books through them rather
Mhm.
than just Amazon. So, they're going to buy volumes of books. So check it out. So it's ingramspark.com. Let's talk a little bit about your channel, but also in children's literature. You want to carry powerful messages. Are there specific values or themes that you aim to convey in your stories or on your channel?
So with the Aunt Nae Nae Show and the Aunt Nae Nae books, the goal was to inspire kids to find their gifts and find their talents and inspire
Mm,
them to learn new things, to teach them kindness and how to be kind to one another. Mostly, I just hope to make kids happy by entertaining them and educating them a little bit in the process. The mission statement for the Aunt Nae Nae Show is to inspire kids to find their talents and go after their dreams as well as learn new things. The Aunt Nae Nae Show aims to provide wholesome entertainment through songs, stories, jokes, educational content, and more.
I
That's
love
it.
it. I love it. That's a great mission.
We wanted for the big lifetime goal with the Aunt Nae Nae Show. My inspirations were like the Mr. Rogers Show and Sesame Street and all those PBS shows. So for the big lifetime goal for the Aunt Nae Nae Show, I would like to have the Aunt Nae Nae Show as a hit show on a popular TV network like PBS. I can't give away too much, but we're actually in talks with a big TV network
Uh-huh.
to possibly get the Aunt Nae Nae Show on their TV network. So
Wow.
that's about all I'm allowed to say. But by this time next year, we might be hopefully in a completely different place with the Aunt Nae Nae Show, literally
Oh,
and
that's
figuratively.
yeah. So I've talked to your publicist, Kevin, and is he a
Mhm.
big part of getting you on that
Yes,
possibly show?
he was the one that introduced me to the guy who runs the TV network.
Nice. That's the advantage of having a publicist, huh? What would you say some of your hurdles or what advice would you give someone who maybe wants to start a YouTube channel to share their message to either children or really you can start a YouTube channel about anything,
Mhm,
any passion that you want. You said that you started it just because of your nephew
mhm,
and it kind of grew from there and it spun off obviously, which
mhm.
is wonderful. What advice would you give somebody that's just brand new that's starting out?
Well, first of all, you don't need to have a lot of fancy camera equipment to start your own YouTube channel. It's easy to do. If you have a smartphone, you can use that for your camera. In the beginning, I was just using my iPad as a camera, and then last year I got an iPhone that I use now as my main camera. But basically, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to have a lot of fancy equipment or, frankly, a lot of money to get started.
Mhm.
Um, it's free to create a YouTube channel. You, I would say the best advice is just do what you know. Base the content of your channel off of your own interests and your own talents and your own strengths. When I created my show, I knew that it had to be a kids show because I
Mhm.
always loved working with kids and I love kids and I had a lot of experience working with kids. And then I have my nephew. And so
Mhm.
I knew that it had to be a kids show because I've done a lot of children's theater before. I used to live in New York City for 6 years, and I did a lot of children's theater while I was there, off Broadway. I was in
Mhm.
Cinderella, The Wizard of Oz, and then another version of Cinderella at a different theater.
That's great that you bring all of that experience to your channel.
Mhm. I don't have a teaching degree. I'm not an official educator,
Mhm.
but I have a lot of experience being around children and like babysitting them. And I was a camp
Mhm.
counselor. So I think I don't know what it is. It's just my face or something. Kids seem to like me for some reason. So I thought maybe this is my calling. Maybe that's the
Yeah.
lane that I'm supposed to go in.
I think it has a lot to do with your purpose and your passion just comes through. I mean, even look at the shirt you're wearing right now. Is that a
Mhm.
turkey on there? It's so
Yeah, it
bright.
says Aunt Turkey for Aunt
That's so
Nae Nae.
cute, Megan. Yeah, that is awesome. So, where can people find more information about you?
Okay, you can watch the Aunt Nae Nae Show on my YouTube channel. The name of my YouTube channel is Megan Claire Murphy and the number 2. That's Megan Claire Murphy 2 on YouTube.com. If you just Google the Aunt Nae Nae Show, you'll find it.
I'll tell you what, I'll put a link in the description to make it easy for everybody.
Okay.
So, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us today?
I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for my friends and family and my team that works on the Aunt Nae Nae Show. And I'll say the thing that I say at the end of each Aunt Nae Nae episode, which is, you are kind, you are smart, you are important. And then I usually
Oh,
go, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
thank you so much for being a guest on the Gifts podcast today. I look forward to following you on your YouTube channel and seeing what dreams you make come true a year from now.
We're trying to raise some funds so that we
Okay.
can get the Aunt Nae Nae Show on a TV network. So we're looking
Okay.
for sponsors. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to set up a GoFundMe page where people can, if they think that the Aunt Nae Nae Show is something that they would like to see more of, that they would like for their kids or grandkids to continue to watch, then you can donate just $5 or $10 or another amount of your choosing, and it'll help us get the Aunt Nae Nae Show on a TV network so we can reach a broader audience and do bigger and better things with the Aunt Nae Nae Show in the future.
Wonderful. And will you have a video specifically talking about that fundraising project?
Yes, we're going to make a video reel that will be a tool that we can show to potential sponsors to get them interested in the show and to help us on our journey.
Great. I'd love to help you out too and donate when you get that video out.
Oh,
And will you have a link for people to donate?
yes, we'll have a GoFundMe page. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Megan Claire Murphy 2, so you won't miss an episode of the Aunt Nae Nae Show. We put out a new episode once a week every Saturday morning.
Thank you, Megan. It was a pleasure to have you on. From the stage to your YouTube channel, it's clear that your intuitive intention guides you to bring authentic joy and valuable lessons to audiences of all ages. Thank you for your insights as far as how you started your channel and all your entrepreneurial ventures. To everyone listening, be sure to check out the Aunt Nae Nae Show on YouTube, where Megan brings her warmth and imagination to life for kids and families. Thank you for tuning in. If today's episode resonated with you, Please subscribe, share, and stay connected for more episodes that help you unlock the gifts of gratitude, intention, and transformation in your own life. Until next time, leave your comments below so we can keep the conversation going.